Hey guys, I'm Christine and welcome back to Christine's Culinary Quest. I just want to give a shout out to Natalie who sent in an awesome picture after last week's episode. This was super cute, Natalie. Thank you for sharing it with me. You guys, over the last few weeks, I've been seeing some great results from eating more fiber, fruits, vegetables, so I just want to share this recipe with you to help y'all get the same benefits in your meals for this week. So today we're going to be making spicy chicken enchiladas, but with a healthy twist. We're going to use cabbage leaves instead of tortillas to help us get a little bit more veggies, a little bit less calories, and stretch that meal a little bit further. You can either roll them into small balls or blanch the cabbage leaves so they're flexible and roll them like a regular tortilla. Either way, think of all of the calories you save per enchilada just by switching from a tortilla to a veggie. There's lots of great benefits to having more veggies in your meals, including more fiber, better digestion, better mood, weight loss, more energy, and that's just to name a few. So to start off, I'll be chopping up 3 bell peppers and an onion to mix into my enchilada filling. A lot of people have trouble chopping onions without crying because of the sulfur in the onions, but there are a few tricks you can use to avoid that. First, we'll tilt the onion in an ice bath for a few minutes to make the sulfur in the onion less reactive while we dice our peppers. Be sure to remove the stem and seeds as you cut each pepper. Move the diced bell peppers into a bowl. Grab your chilled onion and ice bath, then chop the onion in half. You'll want to chop the darker colored ends where the sulfur is located and add them to the ice bath you had your onion in to trap any gases the cut onion begins to release. Be sure to remove the thin paper-like skin of the onion and the first wet layer. Use a sharp knife to minimize the release of the sulfur in the air and cut horizontally, then vertically across the onion. You'll want to chop quickly and efficiently, keeping your fingers curved away from the blade to minimize the chance of cuts. If the texture of onions is an issue for you, go ahead and chop your onion slices super thin. That way when they cook later on, they'll be fully cooked through when we cook our enchiladas. I know lots of people, including me, have this issue or have had this issue, and I found that it really helps. Next, we'll prep the marinade for our shredded chicken by adding 2 tablespoons chili powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of white sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin. Now, chop some cilantro and be sure to prep extra if you plan to sprinkle some on top later on for the garnish like I am. Next, let's add 1/3 cup of olive oil, 1/4 cup of cilantro, and 1 tablespoon of diced green hatch chili peppers to finish our marinade and mix it well. If you're not a fan of spice, go ahead and leave out the cayenne and the diced green hatch chili pepper to help tone it down a bit. If your chicken is still defrosting at this point, pop it into the microwave for 5 to 10 minutes or until the ice begins to thaw. We just want to defrost the chicken enough to be able to separate the individual pieces. Once that's done, put the pieces in either a pressure cooker at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and set the time after it preheats for 10 minutes, or preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Put your chicken in a pan, cover it, and put it in the oven for 10 minutes to finish thawing. If you use a pressure cooker, be sure to vent the steam after each use, being careful not to put your hand into the path of the steam when it's released. Once the chicken has finished defrosting, add your marinade to your chicken, roughly chopping it with a spoon or spatula if you can, to allow the marinade to absorb better, and then resume heating at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. At this point, your chicken should be tender and fall apart as you stir with a spoon, scooping from top to bottom to make sure the oil at the bottom of the pan is evenly distributed throughout your meat. We'll also need a sauce for our enchiladas. I'll be making mine from scratch, but you can use a 10-ounce can from the store if you need to save time or simplify the process. To make our homemade enchilada sauce, we'll combine 1/4 cup of chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano. Now stir everything together. To bring the heat level for the enchiladas up further, add a small amount of cayenne, approximately 1/4 teaspoon. Mix 2 tablespoons of oil with 2 tablespoons of flour in a separate bowl to form a roux. For a gluten-free option, you can use cornstarch or an all-purpose gluten-free flour blend instead of regular flour. Now cook your roux and the spices for the enchilada sauce in a small saucepan. Briefly roast the spices to toast them before adding 2 cups of chicken stock gradually. Be sure to whisk to blend away the lumps, and then bring the sauce to a simmer and let it cook for 10 to 15 minutes or until the desired thickness. For a more tomato-based flavor in your enchilada sauce, feel free to add tomato paste. At this point, add your diced bell peppers and onion with your shredded chicken. Something I really love about healthy food is how colorful it can get, and that's something that really helps me to continue eating healthy food whenever I'm tempted to eat something that's unhealthy, is just making the food look nice, making the food look appealing, and reminding myself how much better the food makes me feel, how much better it is for me, and in general, how much better of a person I'm able to be whenever my mood is better because I'm eating healthy. Next, add 2 cups of shredded cheese to your filling mixture and stir it in. At this point, you'll want all your ingredients together to make them easy to combine. I prefer to use raw cabbage for my enchilada style cabbage rolls, but you can just as easily use blanched cabbage for a more traditional look. Add approximately 1/3 cup of filling into each cabbage leaf and roll them up. Be sure to place them tightly together in the container you use to cook them seam side down so they don't come apart. Then grab your enchilada sauce and layer it on top of the enchiladas, adding a layer of ricotta on top as well before placing it in the oven to bake at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. While you wait, dice a tomato for garnish if you want some. At this point, remove the enchiladas from the oven, lightly sprinkling 1 cup of shredded cheese over the top, and broil until the cheese browns, approximately 3 minutes. Then remove the dish from the oven and sprinkle diced tomatoes and cilantro on top if desired. Plate up and enjoy. If you won't be eating your enchiladas immediately, go ahead and prep only up to the point where you would put them in the oven. Then pack them away, and when you go to reheat them, cook them in the microwave so that they fully cook through. Be sure to pack any toppings that you're gonna want for your enchiladas. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel so you can get notifications when more great videos come out. And I'll have lots more videos soon, so look forward to it. We'll cover apple cider oatmeal, how to make crispy sweet potato chips, knife safety tips and techniques, and the 2-time spicy chicken Korean noodle challenge. If you have a recipe, idea, or challenge that you'd like me to cover, go ahead and type that in the comments down below, and I'll check them out. See y'all soon.